Taiwan, a small island with a big story. It's claimed by China, but governed independently by the descendants of the Kuomintang, the side that lost the Chinese Civil War in 1949. But did you know that just 6 miles off the coast of mainland China is a group of tiny islands still controlled by Taiwan? It's called Kinmen, and it's like a living time capsule, packed with history, tension, and symbolism. So join me on a baking hot summer's day trip, where I explore Kinmen, Taiwan.
Welcome back. I'm in a ferry terminal in Xiamen, heading for Kinmen Islands, which belong to Taiwan. I've been to the money exchange, got some cash, about to join the security queue. Let's go catch a ferry. Half an hour till we leave. Probably get on the ferry shortly. Doesn't look like they're letting people on yet though. Over here. I think the ferry takes about half an hour, and then I'll have around about 4 hours in Taiwan. Very short stay in Taiwan. Who'd have thought that that would be possible? Little day trip to Taiwan. That's the Olympic Sports Centre Stadium over there in Xiamen. On the way to the ferry now. I think I can see it down there. And here we go. Look at that. Marco Polo. Lovely little ferry. Air conditioned as well. Let's have a look out of here. Ooh. Driving into the main town on the island. Trying to find somewhere I can rent a bike.
Kinmen's two main islands are called Greater Kinmen and Little Kinmen. My plan was to cycle from the town of Jincheng around the northwest of Greater Kinmen, where it's closest to the mainland, and explore some of the military history there.
As you can tell by my headwear, success. I have a bike which is much better than the rental ones. Let's head north on the island, see if we can find some interesting places. Just unreal. Come off the main road. So I saw a sign to one of the many places I've got earmarked here. Basically, I found a few cycle routes and wrote down all the names of the places, not the locations. So I don't even know if I'm going the right way. We'll find out. Okay, look at this crazy location. It's the bridge that goes out over to Little Kinmen. You can actually see the ferry port over there. That's where we went into. Wow. So we're going to keep heading up this coast, I think, to see what sort of interesting things there are. But already, look at this. Little beach down there. Lovely. I'm going to cycle along down there and along this beach maybe. Here we are. Look at this. It's like an embankment. Look at that. I imagine to protect against invaders from, you can just about see some of the skyscrapers. I don't know if they'll come out on camera, but you can see Xiamen skyline very faintly over that sandbank. Wow. This is nuts. Look at this whole area here. Sofa. guys, I've found Rainbow Road, but not only that, look at this. Anti-landing spikes. Yo! So I'm gonna go along this wall where, as you can just about see, there's a lake on the other side. Whoa, so cool. And you've got this beautiful long bridge, and then the beach with more landing spikes, and then up here you've got the lake. Wow. Guys, look at this. I'm on the beach. Look over here. There's some tanks! The sea defence has got me too. I've been spiked. Look at this. It's a little fort. Let's have a look. Oh! See it over there? It's a loudspeaker. So it was built to broadcast messages across into China. Whoa, you can't even stand up in here. This is for machine gunning, I think it said. Look at this. Machine gunning out there. Can you tell it's really hot again today? So cool. There's a cafe. It's not open. But look at this view. Wow. More tanks. Big hole over there. Oh. And then here we go. The view. This is just crazy. There's signs up this way for a battle museum. That sounds interesting. 3 kilometres. Let's see how we go. 12:15. Look out for some lunch as well, I think. Right. I can see some flags up in the distance. So I'm wondering if I've come to the right place. A battle museum, or indeed any other sort of attraction. Well, there's a little military fort, potentially. Let's have a look. Wow. Amazing. So the flags were this temple. I reckon we keep following this road, it'll be what I'm looking for. So this is a Western style house. As you can see, it's rather disused. Stocked up on water and some little snacks. There's my bike over there next to the old house. I am drenched, but let's head to this museum. I can see a sign up there for it before I become even more drenched. I think we're at the Battle Museum. Wow, okay, here we are. Look at this. So, this is the importance of Kinmen in military history. And this is the site, Guning To. Chinese communist soldiers tried to force a landing here in 1949. And they fought on the beaches, the Taiwanese, against the communist forces. So here is where we are, Guning To. And there's the little island. And we came on the ferry from up here, Wutong, on Xiamen Island. So this area, Guning To, was sort of the forefront of many battles. Interesting. Previously just a peaceful few villages. And then a couple of days later, all the enemy troops surrendered on the beach. Let's get back on the road again. So this is the gate to the Guning To battlefield. Wow. So I guess this is the battlefield. Let's go and have a look inside. So it looks like they've got several artillery fortresses, such as this. Oh! Built into the earth. Look at this. So we're inside General Hulian Memorial Hall. But here's a map, and we sort of started down here cycling, went along up through past the lake and around, and are now up here. So in a few hours I need to be back down here and along here to the ferry. So he was a famous Kinmen military commander, and at one point became an advisor to the president of Taiwan. Interesting. Another fortress. Something that has been awesome this whole day has simply been, there's just not really anyone here. There's no tourists, even though it's all set up for it. The roads are quiet, so it's ideal for cycling, and it's just very peaceful by the sea, even though it's very warm. Here we go. Big bell. Another fortress, which looks like it's been converted into an oyster farming museum. Not quite military, but we'll have a look. Oysters. Yeah, there's not much in there, it's all in Chinese. Given my time constraints, I think I'll get back on the road. This is the General Temple of Li Huangqian. Let's go and have a look. Across this extremely beautiful looking road. Ni hao. Clearly an extremely patriotic place. Okay, that was a quick stop. Given that I reckon I have about an hour and a half, and I may be somewhere between 4 and 5 kilometres from the town where I rented the bike. So, It's a fast-paced whistle-stop tour of Kinmen. Let's keep going. Oh, it's the sightseeing bus. First time I've seen that today. And it's also the first time that I've encountered a climb. But luckily, this bike has gears, unlike the rental bikes in China, which is great. Oh, still too hot to be doing this. Oh, that's the hill I just climbed up. So tired. Perfect. 2 kilometres to Jingcheng. I've stopped between these two cool looking roundabouts. We're going to one last stop, the Juguang building, and then I'm going to go return my bike. Down here, I think. Okay, bike is parked. Took a wrong turn, but we're here now. Oh, look at this. The Juguang Tower. Let's go check it out, see if we can climb it. So as you can see, we're up at this arch, and I've come all the way down through the town, down to this tower. Okay, this is right on my street. Look at this. It's all made out of different denominations of stamps. How cool. Here we are at the view. You can see the bridge, and behind it, I can see it, hopefully the camera can. Let me zoom in. There's Xiamen skyline, and then over to the left is the little Kinmen Island. Man, I wish I had more time here. Right, I'm gonna go and drop the bike off and then see what the time is. Hopefully I have a time just to grab a bite to eat, more than I had earlier, because I haven't really eaten all that much, and I've done a lot of exercise. Mainly just been eating water. Let's go. Right, dropped the bike off. Trying to now find some water and some food. Got my ice cream, got some drinks. Just gonna chill out here under this big tree and then go find a taxi. Oh yeah, 2 things interesting about this Coke. Number 1, strawberry flavour. But number 2, it also doesn't have the Chinese Coca-Cola logo on it. It's the English one. So without the ride-hail apps in China, I've enlisted the help of some policemen to get me a taxi. Because why not? There they are on the other side. Okay, green land. Nice scenery, waiting for the taxi. Should arrive soon. In the meantime, thoroughly enjoying my strawberry Coke. In the ferry terminal. Okay, ticket and currency converted for a very dodgy woman with a purse. But we're here, and security will be open shortly, I imagine. So, all aboard. So, eventually back in China. I'm going to try and head to the lighthouse that I saw on the ferry. Looks pretty cool. Still quite hot here, but the sun is going down, so hopefully should cool off a wee bit. Looks very cool. Wutong Lighthouse, I think. Very nice view out here, actually. There you go. See over the other side into what is also Xiamen. See what we can find within walking distance of here. See the Olympic Sports Stadium on the other side. Not entirely sure why Xiamen has an Olympic stadium. I'm walking up a peculiar looking road. Isn't this nice? In the shade. Wall. Who knows where it leads? Look at this. Interesting. Everywhere looking rather shut down here. Hello. I just walked past some sort of military facility, so no cameras for there. Sorry guys. You got your military stuff earlier in the day in Taiwan. This is just random. I've walked for about 15 minutes away from the ferry station. It's just amazing how I'm being this country of billions and people. Just rock up somewhere where there's no one. It's interesting how some of these buildings look way more Western, European. Still got these little temples here. Onwards we go. I'm in the restaurant for dinner. There we go. Some nice fried noodles, very similar to the ones I had the other day, but I'm craving something big. This is also very similar to yesterday, but they were nice yesterday and this was nice the other day. Bon appetit. Wow, what a day. Exploring Kinmen Island. We have one more day in Xiamen, and this one, in the next video, we'll be visiting Gulangyu Island. So stay tuned for more ferry and island content. Thank you for watching.